Welcome back to the deep dive. Today, we're getting into something I think a lot of you deal with, gaining confidence when you speak English.
Yeah.
You know that feeling like you know the words, but when it's time to actually talk, you freeze up, worry about mistakes. If that sounds like you, well, this deep dive is definitely for you.
It's frustrating, right? Having all that knowledge stuck inside.
It really is.
So our mission today is to unpack some practical tips, yes, but also maybe understand why it happens and find tools to help you speak more confidently, just day to day. Okay, let's get into it.
That feeling of English being, locked inside your head, it's incredibly common. Like you said, you might know the grammar, have tons of vocabulary,
Right.
but then a real conversation happens and poof, it's gone. The research we looked at really highlights this. Confidence isn't just like a personality thing.
Right.
It's more like a bridge. Some call it the affective filter. It's what lets your knowledge actually flow out into communication.
Ah, the affective filter. So without that bridge, your English can stay trapped, yeah. But the good news, and this is really encouraging, is that this filter, this confidence, it's a skill.
Like learning vocabulary.
Exactly. Like any other skill. You can build it step by step. It's actually more maybe scientific than people think.
That's a really crucial point, that gap between knowing English and actually using it. That's where the frustration really hits for so many people, I think. You study for years, you can follow a movie perfectly,
Yeah.
but then someone asks you something simple like, how was your weekend? And your mind just, empties.
Totally blank.
Yeah, like a spotlight's on you and everything vanishes. Has that ever happened to you? I bet it has. It's this weird performance anxiety.
Absolutely.
So what are these like invisible walls, these fears that learners keep hitting?
Well, it's interesting because these fears, they're almost universal for language learners.
Yeah.
Even native speakers feel similar things in new situations sometimes.
Right.
Our sources, looking at language acquisition, psychology, they point to four main ones. First up, the fear of making mistakes.
Oh, the big one.
Huge. And it's not just a small worry. It's often this intense feeling that if you mess up a word or grammar, people will laugh or think you're not smart.
That judgment fear.
Exactly. There was one story in the sources, kind of funny but sad, where a learner was so scared they ordered a cat instead of a coffee in a cafe.
No. Really? Just to avoid saying the harder word.
Yeah, just to say something simple and avoid the risk. It shows the pressure.
Wow. Okay, a cat instead of a coffee. That really paints a picture of how fear can just, hijack your brain.
It does. And closely related is the second one, the fear of being judged. This is often about your accent specifically.
Oh, yeah.
Worrying people will look down on you because you don't sound native or perfect.
But most people don't really care that much, do they?
Honestly, most native speakers are used to hearing all sorts of accents. They're usually just happy you're making the effort to communicate. Connection over correction,
That's a good way to put it. Connection over correction.
Okay.
What else?
Then there's the fear of forgetting words. That feeling.
Yeah.
Oh, it's so frustrating. You know the word exists.
It's right there, on the tip of your tongue.
Exactly. But in the moment, under pressure, you just can't grab it. And that can make you just stop talking.
Yeah, silence feels safer sometimes.
Right. And the last one is the fear of not understanding what the other person says back to you.
Ah, okay. So you're worried even before you speak.
Yeah, you hesitate because you're already dreading that potential communication breakdown. So just acknowledging these fears, understanding they're normal, that's genuinely the first step. They're deep-seated.
It really helps just hearing them named, makes them feel less weird. But
Yeah.
is there one fear that's like the root cause, or maybe one that if you tackle it, helps with the others?
That's a sharp question.
Yeah.
The sources seem to suggest that the fear of making mistakes is kind of foundational.
Okay.
It tends to feed the others. If you're terrified of errors, you'll worry more about judgment. You'll feel more pressure to find the perfect word, which makes forgetting more likely.
Right, it all connects.
And you might avoid situations where you might not understand. So tackling that fear of imperfection first, that seems key.
Okay, so it's about imperfection.
And that leads us to a really powerful shift. It starts, maybe surprisingly, not with more grammar, but inside your own head.
You mean confidence starts internally? I think we've all felt that negative self-talk, right? If you keep saying, my English is terrible, I can't speak, your brain just kind of goes, okay, got it.
It believes you. It's a self-fulfilling prophecy, absolutely.
Right.
What you tell yourself shapes your reality because your actions follow those beliefs.
Yeah.
It's a tough cycle.
So how do you break it?
Well, the good news is you can actively change that mindset. Our source mentioned this really simple but powerful exercise, drawing on ideas from like neuroplasticity and cognitive techniques.
Okay, I'm listening. An exercise.
Yeah, something to do every morning. It's about consciously rewiring those automatic negative thoughts. Here's the plan. Look in the mirror. Actually look yourself in the eye and say these 3 sentences out loud. First, I am learning English, step by step.
I am learning English step by step.
Got it. Second, I don't need to be perfect. I need to communicate.
Ooh, I like that one. I don't need to be perfect. I need to communicate.
And third, every day my English is getting better.
Every day my English is getting better. Simple, but
Yeah.
why does saying them out loud to yourself work?
It taps into something called self-perception theory,
Huh.
plus just the power of repetition. When you say these daily, your brain starts to hear them, accept them.
It observes you saying it.
Exactly. It sees you affirming these things, and slowly, your internal belief starts to shift. The fear shrinks a bit. Your confidence has a chance to grow because you're actively training your brain to be on your side, not letting fear run the show.
That's brilliant, like a daily confidence workout for your brain backed by science.
Kind of, yeah.
Okay, so mindset is huge. But what about those moments in a conversation when you just blank? Not knowing what to say makes anyone nervous.
Slowly. Panic sets in, then silence.
Yeah, so our sources had some useful phrases, right? Like a toolkit to help you sound confident even when you're scrambling a bit inside.
Exactly. They're not just filler, they're strategic. They give you back control. For instance, if you don't understand someone.
Instead of just nodding and hoping.
Right. You can say clearly and calmly, sorry, could you repeat that, please?
Simple.
Or, I didn't catch that. Can you say it again? These buy you time and show you're still engaged.
Let's try that. Like if I asked you, what are your thoughts on the latest socioeconomic indicators?
You could just reply, sorry, I didn't catch that. Can you say it again?
Yeah.
Okay. Simple, direct. Puts the onus back on me to clarify.
That is a confident move, actually. Takes the pressure off you. What about forgetting words? That happens all the time.
Oh, yeah. So instead of just silence or getting flustered, you could try, I don't remember the exact word, but it's like kaba and then describe it.
Circumlocution. Describe around it.
Exactly. Or just say, let me explain it another way. That lets you rephrase without losing your flow. Imagine someone asks, what's the signature dish of your region?
Okay.
You could say, let me think. I don't remember the exact word for it in English, but it's like a type of stew with lamb and specific spices.
Nice. Keeps the conversation moving. You're still communicating.
Right. And if you just need a second to think, maybe it's a complex question.
Yeah.
Instead of a long, awkward pause, you could say, that's an interesting question. Let me think for a moment.
Buys you time gracefully.
Or even just a thoughtful, I would say that. It signals you're processing, not stuck. If you connect this back, these phrases aren't just about stalling.
No.
They show you're actively participating. You're seeking clarity, managing the conversation. That is confidence. It helps lower that affective filter we talked about.
It really is about taking control, isn't it? But okay, knowing the phrases is one thing. How do we make sure we actually use them when we need them instead of just freezing?
Practice. It always comes back to practice, doesn't it?
Yeah. All this advice is great, but it won't stick unless we do something.
Yeah.
So let's try some active learning right now. If you're listening, try speaking out loud with me. Nobody's listening but you.
Good idea.
Let's start with those affirmations again, just to get warmed up. Repeat after me. I can speak English with confidence.
Listener repeats.
Mistakes are part of learning.
Listener repeats.
The more I practice, the better I get.
Listener repeats. Excellent. Feeling it. Now let's try a quick role play. Imagine meeting someone new. I'll be the stranger again.
Okay, I'm ready. Friendly stranger reporting for duty.
And you, listening, just respond as yourself. Don't aim for perfect. Just say something out loud. Get used to the sound of your own voice speaking English. That's a big step.
Okay, here I go. As stranger. Hi, nice to meet you. What's your name?
Listener, now it's your turn. Say your name out loud. Maybe. My name is your name. Nice to meet you too.
As stranger. Where are you from?
Listener, great. Answer with your country. Maybe. I'm from your country. How about you? See? That wasn't so bad, was it? That's a conversation.
Yeah.
It shows how simple sentences connect people. It builds that bridge. Now, let's try the clarification one.
Okay.
I'll ask something, and you, listener, use one of those phrases like, could you repeat that?
Ready. As stranger. Could you tell me a little bit about your main responsibilities at work?
Listener, Now try it. Say, sorry, could you repeat that, please? Or, I didn't catch that, out loud.
Fantastic. See, you took control, made sure you understood. That's confidence in action right there.
Exactly. And to make this really work long term, the sources kept emphasizing consistent, low-stakes practice. They called them micro-interactions.
Micro-interactions, I like that.
Yeah. So your homework for this week, try to say at least one sentence in English every day. Just one.
Doesn't have to be a big speech.
Nope. Could be greeting the cashier. Good morning. Ordering food. A coffee, please. Even just talking to yourself in the mirror for a minute about your day.
Using the mirror again.
Why not? The key is consistency. Small steps, repeated often. That's how habits form. That's how confidence builds. The neuroscience backs this up. Tiny, consistent wins rewire our brains much better than big, scary, infrequent attempts.
So every good morning is like doing a little rep for your confidence muscle.
You got it.
Yeah.
Strengthening those neural pathways for spoken English.
Okay, so wrapping this up, what does this all mean for you listening? Well, our deep dive shows that getting confident in spoken English isn't magic. It's not just for naturals. Yeah. It's about first understanding those fears, they're normal. Then actively changing your mindset with those affirmations, the ones grounded in how our brains work. Then having that toolkit of useful phrases for tricky spots. And finally, the big one, practice. Consistent, small, real-life micro-interactions. Remember, confidence isn't about zero mistakes.
Never.
It's about being brave enough to connect, to communicate anyway. Keep using these techniques, stay positive with it, and honestly, you will notice a difference. You're building those pathways.
And maybe one final thought to leave you with, something to chew on after this.
Oh, yeah.
How might building this confidence in your English, even through these small, everyday steps, how might that empower you to feel more confident in totally different parts of your life, too?
The ripple effect.
Exactly. Think about how this skill, this feeling, could maybe spread to your work, your relationships. Maybe just how you face new challenges generally. It's worth considering, isn't it?
That is a fantastic thought. Where else could this confidence take you?
Brilliant. Well, thank you so much for joining us on this deep dive. It really is a journey.
It is.
We're so glad to be exploring it with you. Until next time, keep learning, keep practicing those micro interactions, and we'll see you soon for another deep dive.